This is Lance and I'm back with another video. So today's adventure will be something for me to test, for me to know, is we're gonna do an Audison Beacon. So the design of this is to allow you to do high-res streaming into an amplifier via optical. So when you get this unit, you're gonna get the unit. It's going to have an analog output. It's going to have a couple of different cables. It's going to have an optical output. So you can stream this with an analog device. But in my case, I'm going to use an optical output on this unit. It's going to have a USB and it's going to actually have an optical pass-through. So it can take optical in and pass it out as well, which is pretty dope. It's going to come with a link cable that goes from a bit 1 HD, so it can communicate directly through that. Then it's gonna have another linking cable that's made for the new Forza amplifiers. It's gonna power wire, and then you're gonna have your, your power wire, then you're gonna have hardware. It's also gonna come with instructions. Now this is like a bare bones instruction when it comes down to it. And what I found is your best bet is to go to the website and grab the instructions for your application. So in my case, I have a Forza, an AP amplifier. So pre-Forza amplifier, and it gives me specific instructions from the website at audison.eu, which allows me to connect this up. One thing I do need, and I have, is optical cable. So I have plenty of optical cables when it comes down to it. I mean, any optical cable will do, as long as you know if you remove the tip out of one of the covers, you should be fine. So what I'm gonna do is I already pulled off the amplifier here, just pull up the back wall, and this is my test type scenario. So this is my truck. So I'm gonna basically tie that unit, I should say tie this unit and wire it up to that unit. It's going to require me to do from the Beacon power and ground, and then it's going to have communication wires on it. Oops, don't go there. And then, like I said, the instructions has a bunch of different stuff on it. So it's going to be for APF 8.9. The software needs to be set up to be enable optical, which mine is already done. I'm going to take wires coming off this unit to trigger the actual Beacon, and then I'm gonna tell you how it sounds, because I have CarPlay and I have all the other stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it out, I'm gonna wire it up, and like I said, show you how I wired it, and then go from there. But it's not really too complicated. All right, so stay tuned for the next part. So we got it wired up. Like I said, this is temporary. I'll probably zip tie this up just to give it some, you know, mounting depth and hardware. Let's turn it on. So we got it all keyed on. Oh, it turned on. All we got to do is pair up with our Bluetooth. Let's see here, Bluetooth. Let's see here, Bluetooth. Tie in the beacon. I don't know if you can see that. All right. So I'm gonna play some music, some copyright music, some action music that I want to hear real quick to see if there's any difference, and I'll get back to you, let you know how it works out, because I can only play a second or two of regular music. All right, talk to you there. I've got to listen to multiple songs, from high res versus with the high res with the beacon versus CarPlay versus Bluetooth, and the high res by far sounds way better. Dynamically, it's a lot better. Even with the original tune I had on the car, it's night and day. It's totally night and day. There are drawbacks. So the drawbacks are, unless you use a Forza product, you really can't switch back and forth on the phone side. And I need to double check that, but I'm almost positive with the cables allow you to switch back and forth between phone calls and streaming. So if you're using Bluetooth to hook on the phone, you can't necessarily stream in my particular application unless you have a radio that only allows you to accept audio for phone, and then media separate. With that said, now I just need to get a Forza amp and try it with that particular setup and streamed into the system and see if it's any different. The sound quality should be the same regardless. It's just the way it streams the music. The next thing would be just seeing how everything else works past through and good things like that. So stay tuned for another video. Once I get a Forza, we're going to change the system up quite a bit at that point and then go from there. This is Lance. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.